Hello children, in my last video I explained critical angle and total internal reflection. So before moving on to next topic, I want to explain some questions based on these two things. See children, question number 12 given on page number 100 of your book. See this figure. It shows two rays A and B traveling from water to air. It is given that the critical angle for water surface is 48 degree. You have to complete the ray diagram showing the refracted rays for both A and B. So see, this ray is falling at 90 degree. So it will move straight. It will move undeviated. This second ray B is falling at an angle of incidence equals to 48 degree, and the critical angle for water-air interface is also 48 degree. And we studied that if the angle of incidence is equals to the critical angle for the given pair of media, then the refracted ray travels along the boundary surface and angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. So the ray AB will travel along the boundary. In the same way, question number 13 shows three rays A, B and C. And again, this is water and this is air, and for water air interface the critical angle is 48 degree. So you have to trace the path of the three rays A, B and C. The first ray A is falling at an angle of incidence less than 48 degree, because this ray B is falling at 48 degree. It is mentioned in the question, and obviously this angle is lesser than 48 degree. So what will happen to this ray? This ray, a part of the ray will be refracted and a part will be reflected into the same medium. Now for second ray B, the angle of incidence is 48 degree, which is equal to the critical angle for the water-air interface. So when the angle of incidence is equal to the critical angle, what happens? The refracted ray travels along the boundary, making an angle of refraction 90 degrees, and a part of the ray is reflected also. Now what will happen to the ray C? Now it is falling at an angle of incidence which is greater than 48 degree. So what happens when the angle of incidence becomes greater than the critical angle? Which phenomena? The phenomena of total internal reflection. The whole of the ray is reflected back into the same medium, and this is called the total internal reflection of light. So which phenomena is exhibited by the ray A? Refraction as well as reflection. By the ray B, again refraction as well as reflection. But by the ray C, total internal reflection. Now children, I will show you the total internal reflection in a prism. We will consider the phenomena of total internal reflection in three different prisms, and this is one kind of prism which is also called total reflecting prism, that is right angle isosceles prism, in which one angle is 90 degree and the other two are 45. See, one angle 90, other two are 45. This is the cross-sectional view of a total reflecting prism. Now, a total reflecting prism can produce three kinds of effects. First is this. It is used to deviate a ray of light through 90 degrees. Second one, to deviate a ray of light through 180 degrees. And the third case, to erect the inverted image or to invert the erect image without producing deviation in its path. Now we will consider the first case, the first use of total reflecting prism, that is to deviate a ray of light through 90 degree, to turn a ray of light through 90 degree. See, this is a total reflecting prism. This is an object AB. The ray from AB falls on the surface at 90 degrees, and since it is falling at 90 degree, this ray will pass undeviated straight and it will fall on the second boundary surface. Now, if we draw a normal at this point, the angle of incidence is same as this angle. This is 45, so angle of incidence will also be 45. And the critical angle for glass is 42 degrees. So, whenever the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, the light suffers total internal reflection. So, it comes back into the same medium and falls again at 90 degree at this surface. And since again it is falling at 90 degree, it passes undeviated straight. Again, if we consider the ray from this point B, it falls at 90 degree, passes straight. Now it is falling at angle of 45 degree, which is greater than the critical angle. So it suffers total internal reflection. Again it falls normally and passes straight. So the object AB is turned through 90 degrees. The second use is to deviate a ray of light through 180 degrees. See, this is the object AB. The beam from AB falls normally on this surface and passes undeviated straight. It falls on this surface now, and angle of incidence is equals to 45 degree. And since angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, which is 42 degree for glass, so it suffers total internal reflection. It is reflected back into the same medium and falls at this surface at this point. Again, if we draw normal here, angle of incidence is 45 degrees only, which is again greater than critical angle. So again it suffers total internal reflection and comes back in the same medium. And again it falls at this point at 90 degrees. So it passes straight. So this object AB now has turned like this, A dash, B dash. That means turned through an angle of 180 degrees. Now the third case is to erect the inverted image without deviation, or to invert the erect image. Like this, AB is an object. The ray of light falls at this surface. Now from here at the surface, the ray is going from air to glass. That means rarer to denser medium. So if we consider the normal here, the ray will bend towards the normal and fall here. And if you again draw a normal here, the angle of incidence is 45 degree, which is greater than the critical angle. So it will suffer total internal reflection. It will fall the surface at this point. Now the ray is going from denser to rarer medium. So if you draw a normal like this, it will bend away from the normal. So the image of point A is formed at A dash. Similarly, this will happen for B point. The ray will go here, refraction, here total internal reflection, again refraction. So the image of B is formed at B dash. So the object was erect, but after suffering total internal reflection through the prism, the object has been inverted. Now you have to revise all these diagrams. Thank you so much.